So I started coming to church when I was in 6th grade. I ended up making friends with people at church, so church kind of just became like a really big social aspect for me. And I didn't really find my faith until a little bit later in my life when I had gone through adversity and really decided that I was going to follow Jesus. So when I started finding my faith journey, I decided to start, inviting people and making sure people in my life, knew Jesus just like how I knew Jesus. And one person that was really close to me was my cousin Emily, who I decided to keep inviting to church and asking her to come. Like I said, I didn't really grow up in church. I kind of came later in my middle school years, and during this time she was in middle school, and I just felt really called because she wasn't growing up in church either, that I should invite her, that she was the one person I knew needed Jesus. And one time I even got her to come to Epworth, and I was really excited because she did come to learn and know Jesus. We related and talked about that all the time, and we had a really good jam sessions to worship music in the car. I remember her favorite song was "Oh Come to the Altar," and it was something that I still listen to this all the time and still smile. 2019, I did receive a phone call and was told to rush to the hospital. And my cousin, Emily, had lost her life to suicide. We spent days in the hospital kind of, praying over and over and over again just for God to give me this miracle. This is the one thing I asked for. This is the one thing I really wanted. I remember when they decided that it was time to, take her off of life support. Coming home from the hospital, just being super distraught, obviously, praying to God, not understanding why, asking Him why. I honestly felt guilt. I felt shame. I felt all these different emotions that it was my fault. I could have done something. I could have been better. Oh, if I just talked to her more about Jesus' love, I just done a week on one more Epworth, just things like that just coming into my mind, where I was so distraught. I felt alone and I felt lonely. But God really took that and changed it. He constantly put people in my life that were my friends, that were constantly telling me to turn back to Jesus, to praying over me, helping me through that time, holding my hand, just making sure I was okay. And I couldn't have done it without them, and I know that was Jesus. I know that was Him. And I had someone ask me, well, where is your God now? And I remember looking at them and just saying, He's right here, because I knew in that moment that God had not left me. He was right there with me. And it really changed my faith perspective, because it made me realize just how strong His love is for me and how much I did feel comforted. The devil is strong, but God's love is stronger. And it was something that was really changed everything about my love for Him, because I knew that He would never forsake me.